Hey Internet, Eric here. It's been a couple weeks, I think, since I've done a video for this channel. Work's just been nuts. Excuse me. Working 60 hours a week in this heat, unloading containers, over 100 degrees. All I want to do is come home, take off my clothes, and go to bed. But I figured I gotta at least pump out one video for you guys. So, excuse me. Oh, I'm not even drinking. Going back to the Tremors series. And I am finally going to talk about Tremors 3, Back to Perfection. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Plot spoilers, all that stuff will be discussed. And like I've said on Two Bearded Losers before, if you're watching a video discussing a movie like Tremors 3 that's been out for however many years it's been out, why should you even be warned about spoilers, okay? Anyways, we are back to perfection, following Burt, back to perfection, the hometown from the first movie. He has been traveling around the world hunting Graboids and Shriekers, and he comes back. Graboids are back with him, and basically, let's see here. It's not. There is this character named, I think his name is Jack, and he's doing like Graboid tours. Like you go around the area that were affected in part one. Him and one of his buddies. You know, it's basically a scam. Well, the buddy that's helping him with the scam actually gets eaten by a Graboid, and then Burt and a lot of returning characters from part one. Mindy is back, Miguel is back, Mindy's mom is back, Shithead Melvin's back, and then a couple other characters. I think Walter Chang's granddaughter is in this. She's now the one running the market, and they have to deal with the Graboids. I don't think there's any Shriekers in this one. There might be. And then the next step in the evolution of the Graboid, ass blasters. We'll get to that. And the hilarity ensues. Michael Gross, once again, is awesome as Burt, the crazy conspiracy theorist, you know, gun-loving nutcase. He's still got the charisma that he had in the first one. Still fun like he was in the second one. And you can tell he's having a blast in this one. The other characters, Jack, I'm just going to call him Jack. I don't even know if that's his name. The sidekick, he's okay. He's just there. Not good, not bad. He's just there. Mindy, still played by the same actress. What's her name? Ariana Richards. The chick from, she was one of the kids in Jurassic Park. She's fine. She has a little bit more to do in this film with her mom. Her mom's played by the same actress. They're fine together. Miguel's back, same actor. He's fine. Melvin's back, same actor, still a shithead. Even more of a shithead in this one, too. He's trying to buy the area around, or the area in perfection, and like make it ranch homes or something like that. So he's more despicable and despisable. Is despisable an actual word? I don't know. So the characters are fine. And then we also have some characters called in from the government who now put the Graboid on the endangered species list, so Burt cannot hunt it anymore. So that's kind of a little cool, guess you would say, not really a feud, but just like, you know, a butting of heads type of deal, until they fall flat on their face and the Graboids try to eat them. So that happens. Everyone is pretty good at doing what they need to do. Even Walter's granddaughter, she's good, and she's fun when she's like her and Jack and Burt, the last three of the group, trying to stop the ass blasters. She's got a good chemistry with them. Let's see, gore isn't too bad. We get some explosions like we normally do. We have a really cool scene where Burt actually gets eaten by a Graboid. He's hiding in like an oil drum. The Graboid literally just takes him and the drum underneath, through the mouth, and they're going underneath the ground. And they have this cool idea where, because Burt's got the best of everything, he tells Jack, like, he still got his walkie-talkie, and of course Burt's got the best of everything, like I just said. His walkie-talkie still has range, underground, inside a Graboid, inside a metal drum. Fucking go with it. And they do like a little homage to the first movie. Jack gets in his car and he drives to Burt's house, because now there's concrete going under the house, down the sides, and then there's like a little floor. So it's pretty much Graboid proof. And kills itself by ramming into the cement that it didn't know. The nod to the first movie when that happened. And Jack has to use a chainsaw to pull Burt out of the Graboid. We get, the good practical effect. chainsaw going into the graboid, you know, the guts flying everywhere. Then Burt's pulled out, covered in snot and shit and all that stuff. Looks gross. And then the best part is he says, you know, basically he doesn't want anyone to know about it as he's putting his crusty, slimy glasses back on his face. So when the practical effects are practical, they're great. But when they're special effects, CGI, that's a whole nother story. So when it's practical, like not just the chainsaw scene, you know, we get some ass blasters, you know, going through the windows. We get sometimes we see a close-up of a graboid, and it looks great when it's not reused footage from part 1. But when it's CGI, it's pretty shitty. Like, you know, straight to home video, made for home video, Sci-Fi Channel, bad. Like the ass blasters, the design of the ass blasters is cool. They still got the little chicken legs, like the Shriekers do, but they got these wings that they glide. They kind of shoot, like, I wouldn't say smoke, but they kind of, their ass turns into like a rocket. It helps push them into the air. They can glide around. So the design looks cool, but when it's CGI, it looks like crap. It's horrible. And then even the graboid looks bad. And I'll tell you what, there is like one final graboid, and they call it El Blanco. And I don't know what that means in Spanish, but something about like the white one or something like that. And it's this giant white graboid. I'll tell you what, when that thing pops out of the ground, if it doesn't look like a penis, I don't know what to tell you. It looks really bad. It looks laughable. Like, there are times when it comes out of the ground and the ground itself is CGI, like the hole and everything. That looks fucking bad. But when it's not CGI, it looks great. So it's hit and miss. Some more gore. I do like how at the end, since the ass blaster's always flying around, they have to use flaming arrows. That's cool. They do kill a graboid in a huge explosion. Or not a graboid, an ass blaster in a huge explosion. That's great. Great use of course, you know, all of Burt's weapons. Like, the movie starts out and Burt's, I don't know where he's at, you know, some Spanish country, and he's taking out a whole gaggle of Shriekers, like where he's sitting in like a chair. He's, you know, guns mounted everywhere, and he just, that's cool. And he's just having a blast. You have fun watching Michael Gross have fun. And like I said, I love how he's still kind of a conspiracy theorist. Like, he's upset now that Chang's Market has what you call it, you know, digital reader guns or whatever you call them, and because now he thinks that the government will have all of his credit card info and stuff like that. So he's a lot of fun. Overall, there isn't too much to this movie if you think about it, but it's still right there. Tremors 3. It's still fun. The characters are great for the most part. There's just something about it that isn't as much fun as part 1 and 2. I think it's because, you know, Michael Gross, bless his heart, does his best. It's just maybe the side characters aren't as good as what we had in part 2 and part 1, which is interesting because a lot of them are returning in this one. But overall, I really liked Tremors 3, Back to Perfection. A lot of fun. This is where this also led into the TV series, which I saw a couple episodes of, because I remember El Blanco is a character in the TV series on Sci-Fi. I believe that's no longer canon. Who cares? But if you liked 1, if you liked 2, there's no point in not watching part 3. Just, again, for Michael Gross alone. Some of the mentions in from the previous films, they do mention Earl, him, and the guy from part 2. They have an amusement park that's Graboid themed, and that's kind of where the idea of Jack getting his little tour comes from. So overall, Tremors 3 is fine. Not great, but it's fine. Can't wait to see where we're going with part 4. Part 4 is a prequel. I believe it's in the 1800s, and we meet Hiram Gummer. I saw it once, decades ago. I remember enjoying it, but I remember nothing else. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, click the bell for whenever I do have time to upload one of these videos. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Don't know what else to do. It's late. Cheers.